Hello. Oh, I can't hear you, Rachel.
Can you not hear me?
Oh, I can now. I can now. Yeah.
So, Leanne, what I want to know is what are you making this week?
I'm making a mess. Making a mess in a shop.
That's a big project for a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. So we are opening a bricks and mortar shop. Very excited. So that's where I've been for the last couple of weekends.
That's really exciting.
Busy, busy, busy. I'll give you a little tour. It won't take long.
Let's have a look.
Yeah. See if I can turn.
Hi, Carla.
See if I can turn myself around.
Oh,
So it used to be a cafe, so it's got a little bit of a kitchen area.
yeah. I can see that. Hang on, let me. If I go small, no,
Just turn myself around.
I'm trying to make you big.
Right click in the top right corner, solo.
There we go. Let's make you. No, hang on.
You got
I
it?
just realised I can't talk if I remove me, can I? Hey,
No, you go
so
just
good.
right click on my picture, top right corner, click solo layout.
On the three little dots.
Yeah.
No, I can kick you from the studio, ban you from the studio, edit your mic settings, or edit your name.
No. All right.
It's the left-hand side. That's what it is. It's the left-hand side. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah. It's just been hailstoning with a lovely sunshine now. And there we are. So that's where you'll find it in Nantamile. Look at the views.
That is beautiful.
Don't know what that is.
Oh.
Yep. We're opposite the pub.
Well, that's handy.
Yeah. So we've got a little work to do this afternoon. So we're putting up the shelving.
Oh, there we go. Hi, Claire. Oh, look at that. It's going to be fabulous, Leanne. It's going to be fabulous.
When it's done, it will. So hence I won't be making anything but a mess today.
Well, do you think you get it finished?
I'm hoping so, because I'm hoping to open next Saturday.
Oh, grand opening?
Not exactly a grand opening. It will be opening, and then we'll have a grand opening some other time.
Oh, fantastic. So
Maybe February sometime.
Oh, I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that.
Yes.
Right. I'm going to change.
That green room.
Change
We have a
my.
green room. I'm trying to look which way to go. No, wrong way. That way. Wrong way. That way. I can't work it out. Anyway, the green room is the storeroom. Well, it's not very big, but we should manage to get quite a few products in.
Something's popped up on my screen. There we go.
So I shall watch you, Rachel, and listen. But I shall be busy.
You're going to watch? I imagine.
Yeah. The snip art is in. That came in last week. So I don't know what, nothing new because everything was closed over New Year. So, but the snip art did come in.
Oh,
I'm
Sarah,
topped up on the travel.
lovely.
Sorry.
Sarah says, congratulations. What a great
Thank
venture.
you.
Have you given up your job?
No, that's why it's only open weekends. No, so I haven't given up my job.
Olga's very excited. She's, I mean, hang on, let me get her. There she is. She nearly missed it, but she set a reminder.
Well done, Olga.
Anya. And we've also got Claire saying, what a lovely space.
Yeah, Claire's not far. You can come and visit.
It's not far, is it? JJ Cray is saying hello. And Sue Lepage. And Claire again. And there we go. Oh, and you got a message there from Anya.
Oh. So I shall watch and listen to you, but I'm going to go off camera now, and I'll catch you all in the chat. Bye.
And congratulations from Olga as well. There we go. And you look so nice today. And David as well. Well, I suppose I should do something. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Right. So, well, my saving grace is that it is casual Sunday. So, you know, it's casual. We're taking our time. We're doing stuff. So I think I'm going to grab myself a substrate. I'm going to make something because that seems to be the sensible thing to do. And I think I'm going to go with, what should I go with? I'm going to go with a tag. That's what I'm going to go with. So I've got my tag. Let me find a sensible place to put that. I have to remember to go the opposite way to the way I'm going, if that makes sense. So I'm going to just pop some white gesso on that and get it ready to take some nice rice paper, I think. I haven't quite decided because if you're familiar with our casual studies, there's no planning at all. So, you know, hi Carol. There we go. Let me pop that up. I know Lou Withers made it for me. It's a gift from Lou, and it's absolutely, I can't take it off. Well, I can, and I have to sometimes, but I'm trying to wear it all the time because I just love it. So let's get some white gesso on here, and then I think I'm going to use an Andy Skinner rice paper and stencils and things. Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit of an Andy Skinner day today, because why not? Have you seen those robots he's doing at the moment? They're amazing. If you haven't seen them, check them out because they are really, really, really gorgeous. So, and I know I'm using white gesso, which is a novelty for me, but I think it's going to work better with what I'm going to do, even though I don't quite know what I'm going to do yet. So let me move that way. That's it. You can see me. Where the shop going to be? The shop's going to be in, I think it's Nantamoyle. I think it's Nantamoyle. I have to say I think because I'm terrible at remembering things, but I think it's Nantamoyle. That sounds right to me. So in sunny South Wales. So there we go. I've got my tag all gessoed up, and I'm going to give that a little blast with my heat gun. Oh, if I can plug it in. Come along. Oh, I didn't think it was going to play for a minute then. There we are. So just making sure that's dry. There we go. Doesn't need a massive amount of drying out, but I do want it to be dry. I'm going to put a piece of cardboard. I'm just trying to get. Oh, I see. I'm upside down. Oh, how strange. Right, so I'm just popping a piece of cardboard here just so it covers that light reflection for you, so you're not getting so much glare from that. So, right, I've got this done. And I'm now going to get some of the rather fabulous lava paste out, which is everything I'm using is, you can get it in the shop. It's readily available if you don't have it already. So let's have some. Oh no, that's the sand paste. I want lava. Where's my lava gone? Oh, I lava you. Come along. It's hiding from me, but I will get it now. It can't hide for too long, can it? So, where have you gone? Cheeky. Got it. Got it. So some lava paste. And I want a stencil, and I want some rice paper. Yeah, we're gonna do something rather nice with this. So, bear with me. It will all be worth it in the end. Where's my stencils gone? Oh, I might want a little cobble too as well. In there. Get those cogs out just in case. I'll definitely want that. And I like that. Right, I'm going to use a stencil. And I may well use that because it's my favourite. And probably that as well. Or maybe that. And let's get some rice paper. Oh no, that's a nice one. I do like that. Is everybody okay? Hi, Blathers. There we go. And I think that's good. I think that's gonna get us on the right track. So I need to stick a bit of rice paper on first. Or actually, do I want? I think I want the other one. Oh dear. It's hard when you're finickety. There you go. I quite like that as well. Where's the other one gone? I've thrown everything everywhere. That's the problem. I do quite like that. But I also quite like the other one as well. Ooh. Oh, no. This, I think. Yeah, it's got to be that. And it's got to be this one. So, let's just tear some of this. Oh, look at the detail on this. This is actually the Creative Expressions Andy Skinner rice paper, which is available in the shop. So I like to rip my rice paper. And I want it out just a little bit, sort of almost halfway. I'm going to put it because that feels like the right thing for me. So let me grab some glue. And we'll stick it on. If this all seems very disorganized to you, it's because it is, because when we do a casual Sunday, we just really kind of make it up as we go along, really. It's not at all planned or organized. It's just really, oh, I've got some Andy Skinner glue, actually. It's not at all planned or organised. It's just really put together on the spot. Oh, hello. I've disappeared, have I? That's rude. There we go. Yeah, so it's not at all planned or organised. It's really about sort of letting you see the rough bones of it, if you like, and the unpolished side of it, because it's quite easy when you're seeing people doing these amazing lives, and I'm not suggesting that I do amazing lives, but when you're watching people do these amazing lives, it's easy to forget that actually they've prepped this and they've worked on it for ages to get it to the stage that it's at. Hi, Withers. So, and sometimes I think it can, I want that little bit of a word there to be on there. I think sometimes, we can compare ourselves a bit, and we can think that what we're doing should happen in an hour and should be lovely and this, that and the other. And, it's not how it is. When we do the lives, when anybody does a live, they put a load of prep into it. So on our casual Sundays, we really try and not plan anything and just go from the minute we put the camera on, really. So you get to see it warts and all. So you get to see all the mistakes that we make, and hopefully, that's it, I've got to remember to come up here, hopefully some of the good bits too. So find some just going to take that edge off. Oh, has my camera gone off again? How rude. Oh, no, you don't want to see me this way. Hang on, let me just adjust my settings. That's the one we want. There we go, we're back. Alright, so I'm just sanded around these edges. I'm not sure why anything happens on here, but there we go. So I've just put that bit of rice paper there, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to poke a paintbrush in that hole to push the rice paper in through there, and that should do just dandy. Now I'm going to use the stencil with some lava paste because I love the effects we can get from the lava paste. So let's gonna pop this. I think that looks like a good spot. So now this, you sort of think, if you've not tried it before, it's really deceptive because it's quite a small pot for one, so you think, that's not going to last me very long. Well, it does. It actually goes on and on and on and on, because you don't need very much of it at all, because it reacts with heat and does some really interesting things. I'm trying to describe what it does. It's kind of, it's like puffy, you know, the puffy stuff you can get, the snow stuff. It kind of does a bit like that, but it's not hollow, it's really solid. So it's a really interesting product to use, and you can get some really interesting effects. So I'm not going solidly over the stencil. I'm just getting some little areas. And like I said, it really takes very, very little. You don't need much at all. I'm just going to pop a little bit up there because why not? I quite like that little. Bit there. And I'm going to stick that. Right. Oh, I like that. I've just got a little bit of it, which I like. That's going to give me some nice texture. And I'm going to add to that texture. I'm going to use some of the Andy Skinner's, what do you call it? Embossing powder. That's what you call it. Well, I think it's embossing powder. It might have a different fancy name, but essentially it is embossing powder. This is called Funky Cold Patina. So I'm just gonna give that a shake because it's got all kinds of different colours in it. And then let me do this on a piece of paper, otherwise I'm gonna be really unhappy with myself when I can't scoop up what I've used. So there we go. And I'm gonna move that. That's the wire for my camera. We don't need that, do we? So I'm just going to sprinkle this embossing powder on top of the lava paste. going to give us some really interesting textures. Right, I think that should be enough. I'm not worried if I don't get all of the areas. Bear with me, I'll shut my curtain now, because even though the weather is absolutely horrific here, I've just got a bright bit of sunlight coming through, and unfortunately where my window is positioned, it will blind us all. So let me just pull that curtain and that curtain. There we go. That will be nicer for us. So anyway, so I've put that embossing powder, that funky coal patina, on top of the lava paste, and now let's see how it goes. I mean, it always does something different every time. It's always really interesting because the embossing powders have lots of different bits in them and different colours and different sizes, and so it's really interesting to use. Oh, my poor dying heat gun. It's UK, you have like 2 days of non-horrific weather a year. Yeah, it's pretty much like that, it's true. There we go. So again, this is another Creative Expressions product that Andy Skinner has designed. Oh, I love this. You can see it just starting to get bobbly and interesting. I will hold it up a little bit closer for you in a second. I'm just playing with my camera angles and things. I'm desperately trying. Anybody who's watched any of these lives know that I am not the luckiest person when it comes to my cameras and computers. They invariably cause me problems. So I've moved my camera to the other side of the desk to see if that will actually help. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, that's so interesting to look at. There we go. Can you see? It's given a really interesting texture. Hey, Leon. Right, so now I want to add a stencil, and I'm a bit obsessed with numbers, so I might have to add a number because I really like them. Or shall I do a word? No, I do really like a number. I can't help it. So I'm going to put that number about there, I think. And I'm going to pop a little bit of tape on it because I'm going over quite a bit of texture. So ordinarily I would quite happily wing it with stencils, but sometimes it's just not worth it because there's too much else going on underneath that, and I don't want to end up with just a load of blobby bits. So I put the stencil in place, and I think I'll use I'm going to use some of the Stamperia white crackle paste now on this one, because that gives a very nice effect. Let me just clean my... Oh, do you know, wouldn't this be the day? I haven't got my kitchen towel in here. Where's my cloth? Well, this will be okay. So now this is quite a sort of moussey texture, this one. But, don't want to mess about with it too much because I don't want to run the risk of just ending up with a mess underneath. So we will see now. We will see. Oh no, we're okay. We're okay. Phew. So I've got some good numbers going on there. Let me get rid of that. I'm going to dry this and it's all going to crackle. There we go. Let me have a look. Oh, hi, Gabby. So these numbers are really nice and chunky because they were raised up on the other textures. So it's just worth taking a little bit of time just to make sure that they dry properly. And of course, because it's the crackle paste, we'll get another layer of texture again, which I like. That's a really nice bonus. Let me just touch that. Yeah, we're nearly there. Nearly there. Right, like that. Then I'm going to use, some lovely liquid acrylics. That's what I'm going to use because they're just gorgeous. I think that will do me. I think I'm happy with that little selection. There we go. So I'm going to start by, I'm going to add, where's my little spray gun? Hello, it's right in front of you, Rachel. Open your eyes. So I'm going to spray it first. Oh, look at the heat coming off that. I'm going to spray it and then I'm going to add, now you don't need much of these. Their Artist Pigment Paint is their official title. And you really, I mean, it is pigment paint. It's really, really pigmented. And you really, really don't need much of it. I just dabbed my brush in there. And you can see it just goes and goes and goes. It goes for days. There we go. Okay, I'm liking that. So I'm going to just give that another little squirt with water. And then I'm going to just dry it so that I can go on to my next colour. Don't really know where this is going yet, but I feel like I'm getting there. I would get up and go to desk to work along, but I have an intense case of cute cat pretzel on my lap and unsolvable dilemma. Do I disturb the cat's blessed state or not? No, don't. Relax, enjoy. Yeah, we do not disturb the cat. We never disturb the cat. Not that I have a cat, but if I had a cat, I would never disturb it. I would like a cat. I would really like a cat, actually. There we go. So that blue is nice and dry. Now I'm going to add a little touch of, actually I should tell you what that blue is called. The blue is, this is just the primary blue. And now I'm going to use, this is, I just love this. It's quinacridone. Oh, get my tongue around that one. Quinacridone gold. And it's amazing. It's the most glorious colour. I've got this colour in quite expensive paint. That's far more expensive than this paint, and there's no difference. The quality is excellent. So I'm just bringing this in now. Love this colour. Have I said that already? Say it again. I love this colour. And I love it with blue. It just works for me. A little bit more, I think. Just a little bit more. I really like that. Really, really, really. Let's get that on there. Okay, and again, I'm going to give it a little squirt and a little dry. There we go, little squirt and a little dry. I find that when I squirt with a bit of water with these types of paints, it helps. It sort of helps disperse the paint a little bit, so you haven't got any hard lines. So it works really nicely to just give you a good finish. There we go. And then this colour is, it's transparent yellow iron oxide. So I'm going to just add some of this into the mix. Don't want too much of that. And again, a little squirt and dry it off. Oh, it really is, Sarah Lou. It really is. It's just a brilliant paint. Yeah, well, every paint's got its use, I suppose, doesn't it? But I really do like these ones, and they're exceptional value for money because they're so highly pigmented. They just last and last and last. That's nearly dry. And I'm just going to get some of the brown. Oh, that's the one, I think. Yeah, raw umber. Bit of raw umber to just in places, just sort of mainly around the edge. I'm going to go with this. I don't really want to bring too much in. I'm just using it to add that sort of aged shade. There we go. Let's turn that around. Just going around the edges with this. I am going to add a little bit in these letters, and I'm hoping that when I spray them now, oh, see, now I've got carried away already and I'm putting more on than I thought I was going to. But it's just such a nice colour. Okay, right, stop, Rachel. somewhere. Where is it? Oh, here we go. I just want to dab on those numbers because I don't actually want them to get too, although I will be putting wax on them, so it's not the end of the world. There we go. Oh, hi Terry. There we go. I think that's, so I'm just trying to, hopefully you can see which way do I need to go, that way. There's lots of texture going on there. There we go. Oh, thank you, Olga. Thank you. So I've got that going on. Now I'm going to, because this is going to be the first layer of what I'm doing, I'm going to actually add some wax to this. Ordinarily I would wait, but because I might cover some of this up, I'm going to put some on now. So let's just, especially on these numbers, just to try and bring them out a bit. A little bit here and there. Just there as well. So I like that. I'm happy with that. So now I want a bit of, just a bit of book paper I'm going to use. So I've got a book that I regularly just take pages out of for this kind of thing. So I'm going to just grab a book page. Let's put that up there. And then I'm going to grab a bit of Uncharted Mariner because it's really good for this sort of thing. And I need a stamp block ideally. Let's grab one. Should be one. Should have one in my drawer, but it's not there today because I need it. I'll grab this one. This is a bit of a big one, but it'll be okay. So I'm using, this is one of my favourite. I've got so many favourites in this collection, but this is a distressed wallpaper stamp, and I just love it. It just adds a little bit of a something. So let me do that, because I just want a little piece of paper that I'm going to add to what I'm doing, but I wanted some text in there as well. So let's give that a good push because I want to make sure, yes, that's perfect. So now I'm going to grab my ruler and give it a bit of a rip and get it where I want it. And nothing's wasted because I'll use all these bits for other projects because I love sticking just bits of. I'm going to rip that bottom piece in a slightly different way. So I've got that, and then how big is that? That's too big. So let's go smaller. That's no, I don't want to lose a lot of this detail because I really like it. So I'm going smaller again. And smaller again because I just don't want to lose the detail. I think perhaps that will be okay there. I think it's really hard because I just don't want to lose. I don't want to lose the detail because I really like the detail, but I do want to add more layers, and this is how I can add more layers. So I'm just going to get some of my vintage, no, it's not vintage, it's walnut stain, and just go around the edge there. I think I will pop that about there. I think that will work because I've got a rough idea of what I'm going to be putting on there as well, and I think that's gonna work. So let me grab a piece of cardboard to stick that on because I want to raise it up a little bit. So just packing box cardboard. There's no need to worry about foam pads and things like that. This sort of cardboard works perfectly well and it's readily available. So I'm going to go 2 layers because I do want a little bit of depth. There we go. So I've got my 2 layers that I can put there. I've got this little piece of wallpaper on the text. Now, I don't know, I might want to add, oh, now that fits. I might want to add that, perhaps. Yeah, I may want to add that. We'll see. Right, I've got that. I've got my cardboard. So I'm getting ready to layer things. Now, I might need to put, I'm a bit obsessed with fern leaves. I really, really like them a lot. Let's have a look. And I need some sisal on here as well. Don't know, maybe perhaps, we'll see. So the next thing I want to do is I want to stamp another, oh sorry, I wobbled the camera. I'm going to stamp another stamp. I'm going to stamp this. Yes, that's going to work. So I'm just going to get some cardboard to stamp it on. I think I've got some here. That's very handy. And I'm going to get my stamping block. Come back. And I'm going to stamp this. I'm going to stamp this. I'm not sure if it's a moth or a butterfly. It's one or the other. Well, I'm having a bit of a craft to lunch, but it'll be okay. So I'm just inking my stamper, and then I'm aware that you can't see that, sorry. And then I'm going to stamp this twice, because anything with wings and stuff like that, I like to give it a double layer really, because I think it just adds to the movement. There we go. And let's do another one. There's lovely detail on here. These just, it's amazing. Again, this is all Andy Skinner. Now I'm wondering about adding one of the newer stamps, this Papillon Dreams one as well. That could work quite nicely. Yeah, I think I will. Oh, hi Joan. Hi Annalise. So we've stamped that out twice, and I'm going to chop off one of these bits as well, because that's going to be a really cool thing to have. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp out this one as well, and I'm going to use some of the text on this one for another layer, because, you know, why wouldn't you, basically. Just take the backing off that, put that there, and we'll stamp this one out too. And these stamps are ace. And obviously I am biased, but they are good. So let me give that a good squish. There we go. You'll see this now. There we go. So we've got that one, and I'm going to do another one just in case I cut this one out and use it, because I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to do two or not, but it doesn't hurt to have another one ready, and then I can always use it on a different project if I don't use it on this one. There we go. that one stamped. And again, I'm stamping it twice. There we go. So I'm quite interested in these little bits of text and the graphics on there. So I'm going to cut a piece of that off to add to my layers. I like just carefully, don't cut the butterfly. Oh, no, don't cut the butterfly, Rachel. Don't cut the butterfly. Oh. There we go. I'm going to rip that edge there because I want it to, you know, look a bit old. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the spray that we made. Did we make it last time? It seems like such a long time ago last time. But this spray is from Maya's Memories. That's what it's from. And you make it up with the powder and it gives some really nice effects and you can layer it up. But I'm going to just dry that on here now because I'm going to use that. Without a shadow of a doubt. It's just a really nice piece of text. Just getting that on here. Then let's give it a little bit of a screw up so that we create some lines that the colour will sit in. So it's just another interesting little layer to put on our piece. This is all about interesting little layers. So that will do. So I'm going to pop that with my other bits. Oh yeah. Yeah, I like how that goes together. So I've created another little piece for my layer there. Then I'm going to colour these butterflies. So I want these ones to be red in there. Yes. Red is what I want. So let me, there's that. Nice. All right. I'm not sure if it was my shop. There'd be an odd number. I love butterfly stamps. I've got to admit, I'm with you, Terry. They are the best. So I'm just getting a little bit of the red. This is primary magenta, to be exact. Sorry for moving the camera again. So I'm getting some primary magenta, but I'm also getting some of this quinacridone gold. I really don't even, I probably won't even need as much as I've put out. And some of this umber, because I need to do a little bit of shading. And we'll put some of the transparent, I can't remember what this one's called. Transparent yellow iron oxide, that's what it's called. Oh, that's way too much, but never mind. Never mind, we will work with it. Let me grab a fine-ish paintbrush. Don't panic, I am here and I can see what's happened. Oh, it's my wire that's a little bit delicate, and now I know that, at least that's going to help in future, because for a long time I thought it was my computer that was the problem. So it's quite good. Annoying for anybody watching, and I do apologise, but it's quite good for me because I now know what the issue is. So it's good. It's good to finally work these things out. So I'm just starting with this magenta. Always makes me think of Rocky Horror Show. The name magenta. Gosh, I haven't seen that for ages. There we go. Let's get that. Get that on there. Just doing my first layer. And don't worry if you go out the edges, because we're going to cut it out anyway, so it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Let's get that one there as well. Lovely. And I'm going to do this one too, because I have to double up my layers. There we go. Let's do this. I'm doing this quite quickly because I know it's casual Sunday, but it's not good sleep watching somebody paint Sunday, is it? So I am trying to speed up a little bit. So I've got that colour on first. I'm just going to darken that up a little bit. Now, nice thing about doing the layers on your butterfly as well is you get to choose which version you prefer most. If you've because I paint them, you know, if I'm doing 2 or 3 layers, I paint them all, and then I just kind of decide which one I think is my best version, and that's the one that goes on top. So I'm going to start adding a little bit of shading now. So I'm adding this quinacridone gold to a little bit of the magenta, just to change the shade of the magenta a little, but without going straight to the quinacridone gold. So they are the Andy Skinner paints, so they are. There we go. Hi Peggy. My holidays, well, they were still going on yesterday. I had my fourth Christmas dinner yesterday because my parents had COVID over Christmas, so we couldn't see them over Christmas. So we had our fourth, and because we've got lots of children between us, we just kind of we have to split it up that way because we can't fit that many people around the table. I mean, I think we had 12 around the table yesterday. So there's got to be limits, hasn't there? There's got to be limits, but it's, it's lovely. So we saw some of the family on Christmas Eve, and we had Christmas dinner then. Well, I made lasagna because I'm not an idiot. And then, yes, we did that Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, we had some of the family. Boxing Day, we had some of the family. And then yesterday, we had some of the family. And I found out that yesterday was actually Orthodox Christmas. So it was still Christmas. So now I've added some of this. Oh, Rachel, your memory is shocking. I've added some of this transparent yellow oxide to the magenta. So I'm just, whatever I'm using, I'm adding to the magenta so that when I'm shading it, it works tonally because it's got some of the other colour in it. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So it's just a way of making it all work together. Right, now I am going to go for a little bit of this yellow. Oh, do you know, I wish I could remember things, but this transparent diddly do one. And I'm just doing little touches, and it's giving me that shaded effect on my painting, and adding just a little bit of interest, a little bit more interest than just a flat colour, because that's what we want. And then I'm just going to use a little bit of this burnt umber. Oh, now that's taken it to a whole nother place. And I'm going to just, now I should have really added that to the magenta. Where are we? Oh, 17 around your table, Joan. I mean, it's lovely. I love it. I love having everybody there together, and it's the most lovely thing. But oh wow, it's full on. I'm going over the edge there because I know I'm going to be cutting that, so it just means I'll get a nice finish on that bit. Let's just add that. Yeah, I like that. Now I'm going to do something similar on this one because I should have done it at the same time, really, shouldn't I? But never mind. Right, so again, I'm doing that quinacridone gold with magenta. I'm going to just bring it in. Bring it in. It is. I don't know what's happened actually, because I do remember we used to have you used to have a children's table, didn't you? All the kids would be on one table, and all the adults would be on another for those big family meals. It was so much fun. But my dining room just isn't big enough for it anymore. I've already decided which is going to be my top one, as you can probably tell, because I'm just kind of whizzing through this one now. The other thing about having the layers, of course, is it does mean if you make a mistake when you're cutting out that you're kind of covered because you've got a spare. And again, I'm going over the edge. I'm not worried because I know I'll be cutting on that. Let's get that on there. A little bit more umber. And I feel like it needs a little bit more of the transparent gold. Let me grab a little bit there. And you know, I mean, this probably is the bottom layer, but I just can't help myself. And it's always good to practice, isn't it? So we'll just get that. Right, that's those two done. So chuck those out of the way. And let's have a look at these now. Now I want to carry on with the sort of vibrancy that we've got going on with the red, but I want to change it up a little bit. So I'm going to add a little bit of blue and mix it with this transparent the colour that I just can't for the life of me keep in my head. I do have a shocking memory, and I'm just getting myself a bit of a murky green colour. A bit more blue. A bit more blue. Yeah, that's kind of murky. Let me just wipe my brush because I don't want to add that. Two large turkey, 2 large pieces of beef, and yeah, you've got to have humongous amounts of roast potatoes. Oh, and it was all hot. No, that's the trick. That is the trick for it all to be hot. All right, so I'm gonna add this to the body. And I can change this up a bit once it's in place. Here we are. Gonna get some shading going on. Get a bit of that umber and add that into the green. There we go. And again, I need to just wipe my brush because if I go at it with that big blob on there, it won't be very good. So I'm just going down the edges with the darker colour, because don't forget, when something's darker, you're taking it further away visually, and when something's lighter, you're bringing it forward. So by darkening the edges and lightening the middle, we're giving this a curve. And again, I'm not worried about going out of the lines because I'm going to cut it out, so it's not worth getting het up about. So, and I want to go just a touch darker, so I'm going to just get some of that more umber and really go into the edge, just to really try and create the illusion of that curve. That's it. There we go. So sort of created a bit of dimension by doing those edges darker than the middle. All right. Now, next, I'm going to go with some of this blue because I know if I use the colours that are on the tag, it's going to work because it'll all sort of come together. So I could use the colours that I've got on the tag, or I could go for colours that are opposite the colours on the tag on the colour wheel, and that would also give a striking look. There we go. I just need to tidy that up a little bit. That's it. So it's a bit unusual, isn't it? A blue one, but why not? And can I either? Oh, nice. So let's get these are nearly done now. Just adding that blue. There, and just keeping my brush moist as well because I want the colour to move nicely. So just getting it on there. And then let's add some more on that side. There we go. And then I think I'm going to add this colour that, for the life of me, I keep forgetting. Oh, that's a good job. Nobody's depending on me to remember that one. Oh, just make sure I remember I've got some paint on that. I'm just ripping that off just because I've got some paint on it, and I know if I'm moving it around I'm going to end up getting paint all over my desk and just getting in a mess. So I'm beating myself to the mess that could happen. There we go, just add in a bit more colour. Oh, I like that. I wasn't sure about it initially, but I like it. It's nice when that happens, isn't it? When you get a nice surprise from what you're doing when you're not sure, and then you look and think, oh, actually, that is okay. A little bit more. There we go, just nearly finished with these butterflies, and they're quite nice, simple shapes to cut out because I have cut them out before, and they're not too tricky at all. I'm just taking some of that amber again and just bringing it into the wings. Because I want to. I'm going to do the same here as well. Just not going mad with it, but I'm just bringing it into play there. There we go. That's enough for me, I think. And we might put some little white highlights on it at some point in the proceedings, but for now I'm cleaning up this paint, which is such a shame. I hate wasting it, but I'm also a messy person, and I know if I don't clean it up, I'll just end up covered in it at some point, and that won't be a happy place to be. So let's cut these out. Ta-da. And don't forget, whenever you're fussy cutting, do not forget that you're the only person who has seen where all the lines are and where everything goes. Nobody else knows. And so if there are bits that you just think, gosh, that's far too complicated to cut out, don't cut that bit. Just cut it off or cut around it in a different way. You know, you don't have to make your life difficult with it. I won't be cutting the antennae out on these butterflies, and I don't think that they will mind at all. Now I could put, I could give them wire antennae if I wanted to. I don't think we will today because, you know, timings and all of that, but you know, that is a potential possibility. If you cut off antennae and you really want an antennae, grab a bit of fine wire and just pop that on, or thread, or there's, you know, loads of options. So let's get, oh, thank you, Sue, thank you. There we go. So just getting this one done. You see, they're really simple shapes to cut out. And where we went over, well, the royal we, where I went over the edge with that brown, it just means that when I cut it now, there isn't sort of a harsh white line if I don't quite cut it exactly on the edge. There we go. So I've got my two here, and I can decide then which way round I want it. Let's just quickly cut these ones out as well. You should see the mess. I've got the biggest mess beside me Well, I'm just checking things. It's very naughty, very naughty. But you know what you're going to do. And just carefully cutting that number because I really want to keep that number. There we go. I want that. And I'm now I'm gonna see how it goes with these legs. If they don't cut out right, then I'll be cutting them off because it's not the end of the world. And don't forget, with this, one thing I really like about this is you kind of get 2 goes at it if you do want to cut out the detail, because you only need 1 layer to have the detail on. You need it on both layers. In fact, it's actually really difficult if you've got both layers with detail cut out to line them up. So it's better to only have 1 layer with detail on it. So we shall see if the rest of the detail cuts out on this one. And then I have options of either losing all the detail completely or trying again on the next one. One of my favourite things is getting it right, getting all the detail cut out, and then knowing that the next one that I cut, I haven't got to be too faffy with. Right, I think I'm going to just cut off those antennae. It's not the end of my world not to have them on there. And I don't think it's going to make a tremendous difference. There we go. Let's get that. Of course, the other option, if we had a flat surface, would be to stamp onto the flat surface so that we have the detail bits, the little legs and things like that. And then we can put our fussy cut bits on top of that and the details there for us without having to worry about cutting it out. Well, it looks like this butterfly is going to have legs, so I'm sure it'll be pleased about that. Just trimming back a little bit of that white, but there we go, we've got one, and this one will be nice and quick because I won't be worrying about the legs on this one. We're just going to cut those legs off. Sorry, Mr. Butterfly, but we've got them once, so we don't need them twice. Now, once these are cut out, I'm going to use just a little bit of the ink pad just to go around the edges, because that again will tidy up the white cardboard showing through, but it also, if you've made any little mistakes with your cutting, that will cover them up so you won't see those, which is nice. I like that. Let's get that just around that head bit. That's a little bit tricky, but it's okay. And again, if we lost anything, it's okay. It's only us that know where everything is supposed to be. There we go. Oh, we're going to the other room. There we go. And last little bit of cutting. Ta-da! So we are all cut out. And I'm going to get my ink pad again, if I can find it in my little pile of mess. There it is. Let's get this walnut. I don't know for the life of me where my blender is. I did have it somewhere safe, but safe is not always a good thing. So I'm just taking the walnut ink around the edges. Just makes everything look nicely finished. Oh, itchy nose. And around this edge. I'm bending that little snipped out bit over my finger, and then it means I can get at it with my ink, so it just gives it a nice finish. So I've done both of those now, so it's just this one. So, and I'm making sure that I get that ink on those little legs. And then around here. Just edging that up nicely. There we go. And then the other one. Just edging it up with that walnut ink. So we've got those all finished now. Oh well, I'll use this actually on my little words. Well, my figure 746. There. And you can't use that ink on there without doing that, because that's the rules. And again, that's just another little bit to add to our layers. Right, so we've got our tag. Oh, that is still quite bright there, isn't it? Let me just work out it's to my opposite, you see, so that's it. Right, so I've got my tag, I did. I'm just going to grab some size on, because I have to. I don't know what it is. I'm just a little bit obsessed with putting size on things. I've tried not to, but it's too hard not to. So, got my size on. Right, that's ready to go. Now I want some white touches, and I want a little bit of splatter, and I'm thinking some white touches on these as well. Let's just do a little bit of splatter and see where we go from there, because we need a little bit of splatter. Oh, we're going, oh no, can't go ivory. It's got to be a nice bright white. There we go, titanium white. So let's just pop a little bit. I don't know why I have to do this. I wish I did know, because it does drive me mad sometimes. I'm just watering it down, because we want it to be able to splat, obviously. I need to fill my bottle up. What have I got in here? Oh you will splat, won't you? Right. So I'm just really watering my white paint down, like so. And I'm going to do a few splats on this layer. Okay, and then as I do some more, I might add some more. So let's get some glue gel on the go. On the sisal. Well, that's quite a bit of sisal actually. You don't need much. It's just sort of, well, I suppose you can use as much as you want, but you don't really need much, is the point. So I'm just going to add those pieces of cardboard for height on my tag. There we go. And then I've got this little bit of stamping that we did, and I've put it on a I put a clip on there because I think that looks rather nice. So I've got that going on. Now I quite like, yeah, I'm going to just rip a little bit off that end and a little bit on there as well. Oh, it's hard because there's quite a little bit itself, but I don't want it to look cut, I want it to look ripped. So yeah, we'll stick that down there. And now I need to decide, do I want a little bit of splatter on these bits? And the answer is, blimey Rachel, you messy moo. The answer is yes, I do. Sorry, I'm just in awe of my ability to make mess everywhere. Just getting a little bit on these little pieces of paper. So like that. Then did I want to use a little bit of this? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So I'm going to put that on there. And oh, no wobbling away. That on there. Now, do I want a bit of that? And do I want just to put a little half of one? Right. Decisions. I am going to pop a little bit of this on there, I think. This is just some faux foliage that I have no idea where it came from. But I've just got this little bit of faux foliage that you could use die cut leaves if you wanted to add that little bit of colour. put that under there, just coming out of there. And then I'm putting the one with the legs down first. And I know I want that one there. Like that. And then I'm going to pop this one on the top. And that's going to give me a nice bit of dimension. I never do one layer with this sort of thing. Right, now I've done that, I'm happy with that. I do need to decide what I'm going to do with this red one. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm going to do with it. So I'm going to cut this red one in half because I only want to use half of it. Let's get this cut. There we go. And we'll get blue gel on there. And on there. That's it. That's nicely layered up. And I might need, yeah, I do need that. I'm just going to pop. Oh, I'm dangling. Pop in a little bit more there. Okay, where's my little cloth? Oh, I am so messy, it's frightening. Let me just clean that up. And then we'll put a piece of string through this, I think. Just a bit of twine. I think it's going to work quite nicely. I don't think it needs masses of anything else. Or do I? Let me get a piece of ribbon and we'll just have a quick look. Let's get the ribbon. Oh, I just banged my head. Right, let's get the piece of ribbon. Oh, that could actually be quite nice, I think. I think that could work nicely. I'm going to do that. So I'm just cutting this. There we go. And then I'm going to pop this ribbon in here. There we go. There we go. Let me put that way around, and then it will make a bit more sense. I will eventually get to grips with my camera, and oops, no, you want to go that way, and I will get it in the right place one of these days, straight off. But there we go. That is my tag. I hope you like it. I've really enjoyed putting it together with you. And thank you. Now, oh, thank you, Claire. Thank you. Thank you, Sue. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me company. Thanks, Leon. So, no, thank you very much. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your Sunday. Oh, hi, Jenny. Hi. I didn't see you. Thank you. I'll take some photos and pop them on the thing. But Olga, thank you so much. You're so kind. And I'm going to be back next weekend. And if the shop is open, which fingers crossed, hopefully it will be, I'm going to be at the shop on Saturday. I think I'm going down to say hello. And if I am, I'm going to do a little StreamYard so that you can all see what I can see. So we'll do that next Saturday. And next Sunday, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I'm sure there'll be a casual Sunday. So anyway, thank you for a lovely Sunday afternoon. And I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.